Hi guys, welcome back. I went out today revisiting some of the places where I've had my sightings over the last 28 years, and I wanted to point out possible routes that the cat might use to stay out of the way. Hi guys, welcome back. I'm here today now at Widnes West Bank and right by Runcorn Bridge. But I'm not here to talk about Runcorn Bridge, I'm here to talk about the old arches, which I believe are getting used by the big cats to get from A to B. Since back in the day, before the new bridge, these people used to have to use the transporter, or they had to walk over this path here, where there used to be a set of stairs down there, which is no longer there, which has been knocked down. But I believe since now that's gone quiet, I believe the cat's coming off the freight tracks, which these freight tracks are joining to Pickering's pastures, right past the golf courses, Grundy's, those cycle places where I've seen sightings. They go straight up there and they carry on going past where it's showing you on another clip, straight up to John O's Lane, which up there goes to Spike Island Marshes by Carter House. It's all joined. So that's what I'm here to talk about. But I'm going to go down this side of the track, because this side goes that way but comes back around that way. So I'm going to go that way and I'm going to follow the downside of the track, and I'm going to show you where I've seen some of my sightings. Let's go. Yeah, just walking down the path now that joins West Bank, Hale Bank, just by the River Mersey. See it, the side's bright up, so it's a bit windy. So if you can't hear it properly, it's the wind, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, this is perfect for the cat to get around. It's a train track system right near a river where big cats like to stay by rivers where there's animals, and it's just a brilliant place for it to come to remind them of home. But where I'm heading is Monteith Hill, and I'm going to go to the top of that. I'm going to get my binos out and I'm going to look over the few spots that I can probably pick out where the set sightings from up there, but I'm going to try and get closer to them to show you exactly where, if I can. But I don't say I can't show you where it was in Grundy's, but I can get at the back of Grundy's to show you whereabouts this cat could be coming out and going in of the, you know what I mean. I chat too much. See you soon. The River Mersey high tide. There's the marsh right in front of me there. And as you go over to that side, just around that corner on that side is the marsh on Frodsham. But this track here, Runcorn Bridge, it goes all the way through here, goes through Runcorn, cuts up into a freight train track, goes all the way around Runcorn and comes into Frodsham that way there. I'll show you the map anyway on the Google Maps when I get in, and show you the layout and the which route I think the cat is taken. Just here now at Monteith Hill. I didn't have one of my sightings here, but I did have a sighting of a mad creature. I don't know what it was. It was like a big hairy fox. I'm sorry, just getting through the fence. Yeah, like a big scraggy thing. Weird looking like dog thing. I couldn't explain what it was. But that was weird, yeah. And I was on the top there and it run down the side, but I was on the other side. I was walking up this way and it run down this side here, but yeah, God knows what it was. But look at that white, like a blue rope around its neck. It may have been someone's dog that run off with the lead storm. I don't know, but it was a weird looking dog, whatever it was. But yeah, we're here for cats anyway, and it definitely weren't a cat, I don't think. But I'm going to go to the top now and show you about being on the top of Monteith Hill. I'm going to show you now, I'm going to get a video of me binoculars and I'm going to show you the route. But I believe, like I said, the big cat takes. So, I'll be in a minute. This is the train freight line that was on about that I think the cats use for territory to get around. This is the cargo station. It's a very quiet line. It comes all the way up from Millbank, past the golf course, and goes all the way through Widnes, and then it splits off one way towards John O's Lane, where it goes to Spike Island Marsh, and the other half goes all the way over to Runcorn Bridge, all the way through Runcorn. Yeah, then the track splits off left towards Moor Warrington, and then it goes right all the way through Runcorn towards Frodsham, over the Weaver, towards the marsh. And I believe it's the cat's territory. Yeah, this is the perimeter where I'm walking on now. And I'll show you, this is the golf course. The red line is the train track that runs past it. And there's the golf course, and there's the expressway that runs through it.
Oh my God, it's a windy day today, honest to God. I was on that hill then trying to get, the back of the buildings, and I was nearly getting blew off. It's falling down the hill, it's that steep. But, yeah, I'm flicking around. Yeah, coming down these steps now here, you can see this brook here. That leads all the way up to the log yard, where I see my very first cat. So it's knocking about around these areas for years. Coming down the Mersey, you're going in Grundy's probably for an easy meal. Because the one I seen looked ill, looked like skinny, and then looked like malnutrition. I can't even say malnutrition. But yeah, it did look well. So those are the cats that I've seen, have not been the same ones. But yeah, it's just easy place to get around without getting seen, apart from getting seen by me, obviously, and me mate. Just at the back of Grundy's now, just sneaked in. Shouldn't really be on here. I just want to see if there's any cats about. Cats. Two buildings over there. I actually walked through that building there. That's where, on the other side, it crossed. It went into this big building here, and that's open on the other side for rubbish, and that's where it went in. And like I said, I tried to run around the other end to get a picture of it gone. But yeah, I'll have to get out of here now, guys. And anyone who's not seen Pickering's pastures, it's a lovely place to visit if you're ever down these ways. There's the car park. See, I've walked all the way down from that way over to follow the cat's tracks. See if I can corner it off it this way. Only joking. Yeah, at the back of the Pickerings now, where I had my last sighting about 9-10 years ago. It was just down here, so just going to switch it off a minute because I'm out of breath, and I'll put you back on in a minute and show you that place where it was. I'm going to keep the phone on now as I go along, just in case. You never know, I might see one. So we're going to keep the camera rolling. Yeah, I charge my dogs out down here. I had to go ahead, I was chasing the dogs. And the dogs was onto something. I said, what you after? As I run down here, like this years now, these bushes weren't here at the time. Dotty. But yeah. And yeah, so as I've come down there, these bushes weren't here, but these big bushes here were at the back. And as the dog got to about here, I seen this big black tail going into the bush, and the dog was right on its back. Up to grab it, and I shouted at the dog, "Whoa, radar!" And he stopped and turned. He never would any other time if it was a rabbit. When I listened, you could just see the size of the cat was way bigger than him, even though you only see the back end and the big black long tail. It was nearly as long as the dog. Yeah, but my mate was with me. I had to turn around. My mate was stood there and said, "Did you see that then?" And I said, "Yeah." So yeah, this is where the last had me last sighting here. So I'll have a little look around while I'm here. But obviously that cat's long gone. Oh yeah, changed me to my binoculars. Just back at the tree where I found feathers on last time and bones around it. Just come here, there's feathers around here again. Loads of feathers. Many little bones in it like that. People, yeah. It's like someone's been using this tree. Using this tree there to just take the prey up while they're eating it. So all the other foxes and badgers and marvin and all wherever. Yeah, I had my first sighting down here. Years ago all this wasn't here. This was just a big log yard. And I'll show you the exact place where it was before this was all built on it, which is ridiculous. It was a lovely place for nature. Seen a deer on here, I've seen a big cat on here, seen barn owls, all sorts. Proper natural place. And then people like this take over it. Yeah, this looks like yard, that's the train track on the other side of it here. You see all this is just full of logs, old sleepers and all sorts of stuff. Oh, no way it was around here. I thought this had been built over, but it's not. You can still get near where it was. It's just around here. See these big bumps over there? Big mounds weren't here either. They're just stacked with logs on pallets. Logs, well, sleepers should I say, all the way down. What it was is, I come off the canal there. That's where the brook is. I just come off there with my dogs. It was just about here, and I was about there, about 25 yards away. Turned around and I thought, it's a rabbit, because I was looking for rabbits, and I thought, that's too big for a rabbit. It's a fox. And no, it's not a fox, it's a dog. And I realised it was a massive cat. I was like, wow. I had a good at least 6 seconds looking at it. But it went behind the pallets, and I've run with my dogs to catch up to it. Don't know what I was thinking. By the time I got up to it, it'd gone. But yeah, that's it for today. I've shown you most of where I've had my sightings. It was here, this is where I've had my first sighting. And I'll never forget it. I wonder if it still knocks about here now. We've still got all that woodland on the other side now. That's been grown since I was a kid. There used to be a big dump. They sorted all that out. I've seen deer on there. Only once it was on it, actually walked across the brook here. Well, it actually walked from this way, walked across the brook that way. Away from us. I couldn't believe it. My mate spotted it first. I was like, nah, no way did you see a deer. So I went around looking for it, and I seen it, and it caught me, and it went over the water and went into the woods. But yeah, that's a few amazing things here. Like, I used to come here straight away from school when I was 15 with the dogs hunting rabbits. And that's when I seen this cat, and I never mentioned it because no one ever heard of any of these escapees before. It's only when someone mentioned the golf course a few years later, I was like, wow, no way, I'd seen that cat. And not long after they mentioned the golf course, I actually seen the cat on the golf course. So the golf course, you got a road drive straight through. And I was driving past, and I looked to the left and seen it. It was perching in a tree. Just lying there, like it might have, I didn't see if it had any prey up there with it, but it's just there, like it's like rope past, it's like it stirred at me as it was on the branch going past. It was amazing. Saying to my brother, or I can't remember, it was stop the car. They would stop the car. So yeah, that was my second sighting, and the third sighting where I showing you in Grundy's. That's where he had a close encounter. But then, like I said, I seen one on John O's Lane. But the last time I seen one was the tail up by the top of Pickering's. So yeah, thanks for watching. And I just thought that, you know, my story and that, yeah. So like I say, thanks for watching again. So goodbye everyone.